Hi guys, thank you for watching Amir's third week of life update and my postpartum update. This is not his actual third week of life on the day. He turned 3 weeks, on Friday, and I typically make this on Mondays because it's just an easier day for me. So for the future, I probably will mention it again, but for future reference, this is always going to be like a few, that whatever week it is plus a few days. So today is 3 weeks plus whatever it is, three days. So yeah, sorry. I have to, be a scatterbrain, otherwise it's not a typical day for me. So yeah, if I keep looking down, he's here in my lap because he's kind of, a little fussy, and he's only content right now in Mommy's arms or on my lap, and I haven't gotten the Moby situated yet because we are going to leave. So, yeah, so 3 weeks was kind of had some bit of up and downs, but all in all, I want to say it was a good week. We had some, a lot of fussiness and dealing with some, screaming, inconsolable crying a few days, and then some, our sleep schedule therefore was off. So, but not that we have a certain sleep schedule. He kind of determined his own sleep schedule last week, and we are not setting, obviously, how can you set strict, I don't know how you can set strict schedules for a 3-week-old baby, newborn baby. But if you have suggestions on how you could start making a schedule, I definitely would appreciate that, even though I'm trying to research that. I just don't think it's really realistic for, a 3-week-old baby to have a sleep schedule, a set one that we make up. So, yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, and then Friday, we had some really rough nights. He's excellent during the day, and it's not that he's bad. I don't want to say that, but we don't have any issues with crying, and he's pretty happy, during the day, or sleeping. But definitely evenings definitely are a fussy time, and I don't know why that is, that babies get fussier in the evenings. I'm sorry, he dropped his passy. I'm going to grab it for him here. Yeah, so I don't know why that is, but typically it seems that babies do get fussy at night, and there's all these theories. There's colic, there's, if you watch The Happiest Baby, which is basically saying, that, you have to learn how to comfort your baby by using the 5 S's, which I can't remember them all now, but there's like swaddling, and I think it's swing, and shushing, or chewing, I don't know. There's other ones, but I can't remember exactly off the top of my head because I'm just researching these now. And then there's like, I think the purple crying, which is basically saying that this is just a normal period in your baby's life, from anywhere from like 2 to 3 weeks up to 3 or 4 months, that they're just basically experiencing life in this world, and they're absorbing everything, and, it's just a normal thing that babies go through. So there's all different theories, and I don't know if any of those theories apply to him. I don't know. There's just things that I'm kind of researching about, because obviously when you see your baby, crying inconsolably, you want to figure out what's going on. You don't want to see them, it looks like what they're in pain, to me what looks like he's in pain and uncomfortable. And obviously crying is not an easy thing to listen to, for hours and hours on end. It's definitely something that's going to kind of work your nerves a little bit. Whether you'd like to admit that or not, I think how could it not? But, we try to do everything that we possibly can. We make sure, first of all, we make sure that, he's got the basics covered. He's not hungry, he's not wet, sorry, it's like a bag blowing over there. Things like that, the basics that, those are for sure. We usually know when those are the things that he's crying about. And he usually doesn't even get to the point of crying because we're always checking on that stuff and kind of keeping time with my feedings every 2 to 3 hours. Unless he's sleeping, I will go a little bit longer, up to 4 hours maximum. Yeah, so we've tried other things too, like if we see that it's gas, we sometimes try the gripe water. I've tried gas drops as well. One of the worst nights, I tried the gas drops that we had on hand, and that didn't work. We also, tried like pushing up his legs to his chest, the bicycle legs, things like that, to get gas out if we suspected it was gas. And sometimes it wasn't. Sometimes it wasn't. Sorry, keeps Here we go. Yeah, and so we just don't know. We tried swing. Yeah, we did try swaying, swaddled, walk around. I tried my Moby wrap, walking around the house, walking around the apartment, and the only thing we have not done yet, which I know probably would work, is a ride in the car for a car seat, but we're kind of, oh, no. We're saving that kind of for desperate measures, because I know that he'll probably zonk out once he gets in his car seat, because he usually does in the car, not just in his car seat, I should say. I've tried to put him in the bouncy seat, which I finally got to work. It wasn't bouncing before, but yay, I got it working, and he doesn't love that, but, he'll sit in there for a few minutes, and in the morning, when he's already a happy camper, he likes to sit and look around in his bouncy seat while Mommy gets ready for the day. Yeah, so that's kind of been our big issue this week, and I know that's just going to be an ongoing thing. I know it's typical for a newborn baby to cry, and, I'm not really too concerned about it. I've taken his temperature. I try to make sure that all his basic needs are met, and I'm sorry I'm going to be swaying, but it looks like he might be falling asleep, and I'm just going to kind of rock him to sleep a little bit. Yeah, so it's just something that we're going to be dealing with, and my husband, he's so funny, but he's such a goofball. He's like, gets so worried. He's like, oh, we should take him to the emergency room. Something's wrong. I'm like, no, probably nothing's wrong, because everything else is fine. He doesn't have a fever. He's eating well. He has wet diapers. He has poopy diapers. And, nothing else that indicates that we would take him to the emergency room. And, it's not like he's crying for 24 hours straight or anything like that. So he just, he's such a worrywart. And it's just so hard to see your baby, crying inconsolably and thinking they're in pain. And they're obviously, it seems like they're trying to tell you something, but they just don't know how to tell you. And that's really a hard part, I think, about having a baby. Obviously, I think you probably know that if you have one, but I guess I didn't realize, how much you're going to sympathize and how much you're going to say, oh my God, I wish I could help you. I wish I knew how, I knew what you needed, but yeah, it'll be a while before he can tell us that. But yeah, no, it's been a very good week other than those days. We haven't had any big appointments, doctor's appointments, or anything like that, so I don't have anything to report about as far as that or weight. But he does still have kind of like I think it's a blocked tear duct, I think they said. And I stopped using the eye drops because the doctor said it wasn't necessary if he wasn't having a gunky eye, and everything seemed fine. But just the last probably like 3 days, he's gotten a gunky eye again, and it's kind of like a yellow crusty thing. And today they're really bad. He got a lot of goop in his eye, but we've been trying to use the drops, and they are not drops. It's like a serum. Erythromycin, I believe, and you just put that on the kind of a strip on the eye, and we do that 4 times a day, and it doesn't seem to be clearing up. So I'm going to be making an appointment, however, for him. If it's not gone by today, we are going to go in and have him looked at, because I just want to make sure everything is okay with his eye. I'm sorry, I keep looking down. I just want to see if he's going to sleep here. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. He has been having a little bit of congestion, and we've been using the bulb syringe to try to get out mucus, and it seems to be working, so I'm not really worried about a cold or anything like that, and hopefully, knock on wood, he doesn't get anything with the last of things going around here where we live. Finally, the weather. I know this is not a weather update, but I'm just going to have to say I'm so excited because the weather has been beautiful the last 3 days, but it's going to be crappy again. So we've been out enjoying the weather, and actually this weekend was mine and my husband's birthday, and we had an excellent day out yesterday. We took him to the zoo with my nieces and my sister, and went to brunch, and he was a little angel. He was so good, and he even was awake a little bit to see some of the animals and the giraffes and all that. It was a really fun day out, and we do take him out. I know that some people don't take their babies out for, at least the first month. Some people wait more than that, 6 weeks or so. But I just don't think that's necessary. As long as he's healthy and we're around healthy people, and we don't give him to strangers or let strangers touch him, I think it's perfectly fine for us to be bringing him out. And we need some vitamin D. We need to be soaking up our vitamin D while we can, because it's going to be freaking back to 40s again on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm just so, what the heck? This weather is bipolar, and yesterday was 80. So it did actually, I want to say, it did get really hot, and so we did take him home a little early. It's so hard because you're not really supposed to put, sunscreen on babies. So we've been trying to keep him in the shade and stuff, but we don't want to put too much clothes on him because I feel like that's too hot. So I had all these fantasies about taking him here and taking him there in the summer and parks and whatever, but if it's too hot, we're not going to be able to take him out. So I don't know if anybody has suggestions as well on that. I really would greatly appreciate that, what they do for, hot babies in the summer and, protecting them from the sun. Because we don't want to just stay inside all day, because I don't think that's healthy either. So, obviously on those hot days we won't be taking him out. So, yeah, I'm going to try to wrap this up quickly because we want to get outside and we've got a few things to do. So basically, I would, not every day, but every other day we probably go out, at least for a little bit. We might go into Walgreens, we might go to the park for a walk, not park, but around the lake for a walk or whatever. This weekend we did take him out for, like I said, for my husband and my birthday. We have the same birthday actually. And, what else did we do this week? Really not a whole lot. I took him to meet my coworkers, and he met some other people he's never met before, friends and family and stuff like that. So it's been, like I said, a really pretty good week with their ups and downs. He's still been giving him baths about every 3 days. I think we want to do it every night. It's like part of his bedtime routine, but it just gets kind of hectic, and when my husband has to work late and then he has to get up early, it's just hard for me. It's hard for me to do it by myself because he kind of slides down and I have to hold him in there. So I prefer that, Daddy helps me with it, and it's just safer, I think. And he loves his baths. Let me tell you, if he's crying and he gets in that bath, he loves it. He absolutely adores bath time. We've been playing on his play gym. I was going to try and show you, but I think that I'll mess up where the camera is. But his play mat's over there, and we usually put it on the bed, and I'll be sitting there with him. And he'll look at himself in the mirror, and he has this little bird that plays music, and he loves looking at that, this red little bird. So he does like to go in his play gym. We do that at least once a day for at least 10 or 15 minutes. We've been doing some tummy time. However, the play mat doesn't come with like one of those prop you up pillows. So we're either doing tummy time on mommy's chest or we do it on the Bobby pillow. And he actually usually likes that a lot. And actually sometimes he'll fall asleep because he's comfy on his belly. And we watch him when he's on his belly. We do not let him sleep, really a lot and without unsupervised, and he won't be taking long naps or sleeping overnight like that. It's just an FYI in case anybody has something to say about that. Yeah, we have been alternating. He sleeps in his crib for the most of the night, but we also have a bassinet co-sleeper that it's like a basket kind of, the summer infant by your side sleeper, I believe. And yeah, like I said, it's like a little basket, and he is okay sleeping in there. It's better than sleeping in the crib for him because he sleeps so much better with mommy and daddy next to him. He sleeps like a million times better and longer and just more soundly. I have taken him out of the bassinet, and he has slept next to us for a little while in the morning when we're a little more aware. We're kind of, half awake. But it kind of scares me to do it any other time. We wouldn't have him sleeping overnight just without any protection, because we could definitely, I don't think we would roll over him, but that's definitely, a risk that we do not want to take. So, but he does sleep like a lot better when he's sleeping with us. So I wish he could. I wish he didn't even have to use a bassinet, because my husband doesn't even like it, and it does take up a lot of space because we have a queen bed. But, you know, it's a safe way for baby to sleep, and it's mesh lining all the way around. And I would go get it and show you, but he's in my arms, and he's kind of fallen asleep here. So he's still got one eye, keeps doing that with. So I don't want to put him down yet. Yeah, so I don't think there's much else going on. Breastfeeding is still going great. Yesterday I nursed at the zoo. I was proud of myself, and my sister was even like, "Wow, you're doing great. You're nursing in public." But I mean, I try to go to a most secure location. But I have to say, it's hard. It is hard. Once you get them latched, it's no big deal. But getting latched, and like I said, you have to have your head like under the blanket. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So if I continue to nurse in public, I'm thinking about getting the udder cover, and it's got like a draping here so you can see baby without putting your head under a big blanket. But I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking about pumping now that he's almost a month, and bottle feeding breast milk when we're out, at least for long days when I can't just run to the car really quick and nurse him. Just because like it's kind of a hassle to nurse, and maybe I'll just get used to it, and it is getting a little more comfortable, so I don't know. And also, really, if you're out for a long day, you're either going to need to pump or nurse. And you can't really take an electric pump with you. I mean, you could, I suppose, but that'd just be as awkward as, if not more awkward than nursing a baby in public, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you have to do that in the car. I don't know. If you are an experienced breastfeeding mother, how do you do that? If you're out for a long day and you decide that you're going to give your baby, bottled breast milk, how do you keep your breast from getting engorged? Do you, like self-express? Or do you pump, before, or do you breastfeed before going, and then, just kind of like wait it out and just let him get a little bit engorged and then pump afterwards so that he can latch on, or the baby can latch on better? I really don't know how that works out. But I know like once you're at work, or once I'm at work, I'll probably only be pumping like once every 4 hours. So I'm worried about engorgement as well, and black ducks as well. So please let me know if you have tips. I would greatly appreciate them for any of the things that I have asked for advice about. I really would love to have your advice on what to do. So I think that's it. We got to get going. Got some errands to run, and got a beautiful day waiting for us outside. So have a great day, and I will see you with his next week update. Thank you.